Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. There is a question which I've been asking on this platform, and it seems you guys have always refused to answer it directly. Today, I want you guys to answer that question directly. Between Edwin Sifuna and Kalonzo Musyoka, who do you think should fly the opposition flag? Let's assume Rigathi is out of the picture and Matiang'i is also out of the picture. Who do you think is the right person? Kalonzo people will probably push for Kalonzo. Sifuna people will probably push for Sifuna. But for me, I have a news to tell you. In 2027, Kalonzo Musyoka will be on the ballot as a presidential candidate. For Sifuna, he can support Kalonzo. But politics is about two things: the interest and betrayal. I've been studying one man, Caleb Amisi, and I tend to think that Edwin Sifuna is using Caleb Amisi to send some dangerous message to Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka.
What about Kalonzo?
No, I'm saying
Kalonzo presidency, and all of you unite behind Kalonzo. I know it is also very hard to determine. I'm a very pragmatic politician. Okay.
And I don't want to build castles in the air.
Okay.
There is something missing out of Kalonzo. One, he belongs to this politics of tribalism that is on the stage because of a tribe.
Okay.
The young people are not excited about that thing.
Okay.
You will present him. These kids will see these are just the same people.
Okay.
They'll be at home. They say to hell, wacha wachaguane wenyewe. William Ruto will win.
But right now, Tifa report imetoka imesema William Ruto is leading. The second one is Kalonzo Musyoka.
He's not supposed to be the second one. He's supposed to be number one. William Ruto is performing poorly. Any person who needs to remove William Ruto, he should be rating 60. Yes, William Ruto should not be number one. That means there is some excitement that they are not creating.
Let me read for you a post which Caleb Amisi made today. This is what Caleb Amisi posted. During my latest media appearances on AMTV and Political Headache, I made it clear that Linda Wananchi movement must not blindly submit to the so-called united opposition at the expense of youth agenda. Politics without principle or ideology only breeds voter apathy and political defections. Claims that uniting under one banner is the only way to remove Ruto from office are misleading. We shall only remove Ruto by fronting the best suited candidate, one the youth truly believes. Kenya needs a renaissance. If you paid very close attention to what Caleb Amisi is alluding to in that statement, he's telling Kenyans that Kalonzo is not the best, that fronting one candidate is not the solution. They must pick the best. And today, he made it very clear that the best is none other than Edwin Sifuna.
Right. The moment of change, the moment of the youth has arrived. Let us give the youth their candidate. Na wale wengine wakuja wamuunge mkono. If your intention is to send William Ruto, you have no objection to any candidate who is favorable to Kenya. Na kama hutaki kuunga mkono ule wa Kenya wamekubali, what is your intention? Kwa sababu huyo ndio wa Kenya wamekubali, si ndio hiyo? Now you can ask your question.
Maybe which party do you want Sifuna to run on?
Wakati wa Rainbow hatukuwa na chama ilijitokeza tu na tukaingia Rainbow na kukuja chama ikakuwa na wakaenda. So a party will emerge. The first thing is to rally the country around a generational call for change. This is a generational call for change. And Sifuna has come out as a star. Let us give him an opportunity.
And I've been listening to this gentleman. He's been saying a lot.
That's I say.
That is the question that Kenyans are asking.
And that's what I'm telling them. Let these people run. There are people who just want Linda Mwananchi. They don't want you to be with somebody else.
Right?
Yes. Because Linda Mwananchi is talking to those particular people, those young people on the street, the hustlers.
So we have Caleb Amisi, we have Babu Owino, we have Osotsi, we have Sifuna. They are saying, sisi tumependa hawa vile wako.
Thank you very much. Why are you taking those people? You are going to dump them on the street and they leave and they join another opposition figure. Those people are not following those opposition figure before and they have been there. They didn't care about them. They are now seeing light in you. Why are you leaving them on the street and joining the group that they have never followed? So those are the people we are talking about. If you don't have a candidate for them, they'll be voter apathy.
In this video, I want to reveal to you guys why I strongly believe that Edwin Sifuna is using Caleb Amisi to send a message to Kalonzo Musyoka. I'm saying this because there is something which Paul Mwangi once revealed to Kenyans. That Edwin Sifuna was Raila Odinga's exit strategy from broad-based government. While Junet, Gladys and the group were Raila Odinga's eyes in government. So which meant Raila had two camps, one in government, another one in outside. That's exactly what Sifuna is doing, because Sifuna worked with Raila Odinga very closely. So he understood how Raila Odinga used to operate. There are certain things he can't say. Like for example, what Caleb Amisi stated there, Sifuna cannot say that opposition can win even without uniting. He can't say that. For him, he must make it very clear that for them to win, they must unite. So what message is Sifuna sending through Caleb to Kalonzo? Before I do that, in case you're watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. Ladies and gentlemen, number one, I think it's about Edwin Sifuna's presidential bid. TIFA conducted an opinion polls the other day. And in their opinion polls, Kalonzo Musyoka was number one from the opposition, followed by Fred Matiang'i. Sifuna was number 3, if I'm not wrong. But there is a general consensus that Sifuna, Kalonzo ticket is the best. Kalonzo Musyoka's people believe that Sifuna can make a good running mate to Kalonzo. But there's a problem. Kalonzo must be on the ballot. If Sifuna is not on the ballot, what would be the future of Linda Mwananchi? So which means Edwin Sifuna might also be on the ballot. And remember, I once stated on this platform that we are going to have a Matiba moment in Kenya. As we speak, I don't know. But Matiba moment is going to happen. Kalonzo has always contested for the presidency, so Kalonzo cannot be part of that scheme because he must be on the ballot. So one of the presidential candidates, either Sifuna or Matiang'i, either Sifuna or Rigathi, will be the Matiba who will be used. NIS will make one of them to be very popular, and therefore he will resist any attempt to support one presidential candidate. And that's how Ruto is going to win. So the thing is, either Caleb Amisi is being used by Sifuna, or the state is finding a way of penetrating them, number one. Number two, lawyer politics. You know, Caleb Amisi is a lawyer. Sifuna is causing serious political storm in the Luhya nation. He's a darling there. In fact, if elections were held today, Sifuna will defeat Ruto in Luhya nation. He will defeat Weta, everybody. But what if he won't be on the ballot? Because Caleb Amisi plays a key role, and politics is about interest. His interest is to be re-elected as member of parliament for Saboti. That will easily happen, I can assure you, if Sifuna is a presidential candidate. But the moment Sifuna will not be a presidential candidate, the lawyer politics is going to be complicated again for these guys. So for me, lawyer politics is the reason Caleb Amisi is delivering this message. That's why Sifuna is using Amisi. Number 3, There is serious fears within the opposition that Ruto can be easily defeated. But the problem is, who can defeat him? If you pair Ruto and Kalonzo, if you give Ruto Kalonzo, he will wash his mouth with him in the morning. There's that story in Kenya. Matiang'i will unite the rest of the country to vote for Ruto. So the best candidate, there's this feeling that the best candidate is Edwin Sifuna, who can defeat Ruto. But again, Kalonzo cannot easily accept that. He's senior, he's contested before, he's been a vice president. He was Raila Odinga's running mate on two occasions. Yeah? So I think people like Caleb Amisi understand that Kalonzo will not agree to give space for Sifuna. And therefore, they fear that if Kalonzo will have his way, because it's easy to persuade the opposition to rally around Kalonzo, if Kalonzo will have his way, then Ruto is going to defeat him. So that's exactly what Sifuna is telling Kalonzo through Caleb Amisi. And importantly, I think it's also a strategy to raise the stakes of Edwin Sifuna, so that when they now sit on a table to discuss, they will listen to Sifuna. Because Caleb Amisi has already told them, the young people will only vote for Sifuna. The loyal nation will only vote for Sifuna. Sifuna has the credibility. Kenyans want change. So what are you bringing on the table? And lastly, I think it's about the fear of the agencies. I was going through Facebook and I came across a lady who is one of those supporters of Sifuna, very vocal. And today she made it very clear that, for Sifuna, they must know that if it's Rigathi, then they will not vote for him. So there are those fears that these young people, they are not for Kalonzo, they're not for Rigathi. The only person they want is their candidate, who is Edwin Sifuna. I don't know what you think. Maybe you could tell me. Till next time, Makwiny, bye-bye.